Martinez, your local realtor here in Vista, California. Today I'm going to give you a high-level overview of what to expect during the buyer's process. Buying your home for the first time could be super exciting, but it can also be a scary experience if you don't know what to expect. So I hope this video at least gives you an idea of the major milestones in the process, and know that the realtor that you work with will be there with you along the way to walk you through the process, down to making sure all the T's are crossed, all the I's are dotted, and just to help make this process be as smooth as possible. Now, for those of you that watched last week's video on the 5 things to consider when buying a home for the first time, or perhaps for those that have already started the research, is know that one of the first steps is to know how much home you can afford. And so how are you going to do that, right? Well, you need to connect with your local bank or a mortgage lender and just go through the numbers, find out, how much you can get pre-approved for, and then go from there. That'll determine what your budget is, and it'll make the search of finding a home much easier. And number 2 is to find a realtor that you can connect with, that knows the market very well, and that will take your budget and take your list of criteria and try to match it with available homes on the market. So step 3 is to now find the home. You have the realtor, you have your budget, so now let's find homes. And this video is actually being filmed right now while we're experiencing the COVID-19 pandemic. And because of that, the way that we show homes has slightly changed. There were the days where from 10 to 2, there was open houses and you could just drive from one location to the next and so on. But in order to protect not only the buyers, but the sellers and agents and everyone else involved, that has kind of gone away. Instead, you can still see homes, but it is highly recommended that you first see them online. So through videos, virtual tours, slideshows. Once you identify homes that you actually want to see in person, those that are contenders, you would then talk to your agent. And then your agent will coordinate showing appointments for you. You'll then go together, see the homes firsthand, and then decide whether or not you want to make an offer. Now, once you've found a home that you want to make an offer, that's when all the fun and nail-biting moments begin, right? The next step is, so you found your home and you want to make an offer. So you talk to your agent, they advise you on how to best approach an offer, and then you make the offer. Or actually, the agent will make it on your behalf. So one of 3 things can happen. 1, that your offer gets accepted right away. If so, congratulations, yay! You enter escrow, or you enter into a contract, and now the legality aspect, the due diligence of the process begins. Or 2, they counteroffer. For whatever reason, they come back and you negotiate. So this is where you do the dance, the back and forth. And one of 2 things can happen from that. Either A, you both go into an agreement and now you have this new offer that's been accepted on both parties. Then you enter escrow, or you go into contract, and there we go, right? The nitty-gritty, the legalities of buying a home starts. Or 3, it just doesn't get accepted for whatever reason. If that's the case, then you kind of go back to the fun phase of finding the next home that meets the criteria, and that cycle starts all over again. So let's say that you made an offer, it got accepted, now we're in escrow. Yay! Once you open escrow, you have 3 days to put down your good faith deposit. That's going to go towards the purchase of the home. Then you're going to have your due diligence. It could be more, it can be less. This is where, as a buyer, you're going to schedule a home inspection, make sure that the bones of the home is fine, there's no termite damage, just things that you, as a buyer, you might not see. They'll actually just give you much more information than what you actually see. So based on their report, you can then decide, whether there are repairs that you want to ask the seller, or you accept as is. Maybe there was nothing to be found and the home is in great shape, or maybe there's a crack in the foundation, the roof needs work, whatever the case. And so that kind of just deters you from moving forward. You can do so during this period. Just pull out of the contract gets canceled. You like what you see, you move forward. During this time, you're also working with your bank, making sure that you provide them with all the documentation that they need in order to get funded. Make sure that you do not get any credit cards, refrigerator or new car avoid doing any things to your credit because that will affect your approval rate. If you were pretty close, I mean, you just got approved by a hair, and you go out and put something on credit, it's going to affect you and it may risk your pre-approval. So we don't want to see that happen to you. Just wait till you close. Just wait till you have the keys in hand to make any major purchases. So once you've had your home inspection and you like what you saw, check. And you worked with your bank and it's all going well and you're getting funded, check. Then your bank will schedule an appraisal just to make sure that the home's value is to par with the offer being made on your behalf. And once that all starts lining up and you've been funded and the appraisal went good and title checked out clean and great and good to go, one of the last things really is your final walkthroughs. You're going to meet with your agent. You're going to walk through the home. Just make sure it's in the same or better condition than it was when you first saw it and made an offer. That's pretty much it. In a couple of days, everything closes, everything's funded. Once the seller gets their check, it's all yours, keys in hand, ready to move in. So, like I said, it's a long process. I only touch on just major milestones. There's a lot of detail in there that wasn't covered, but I'm hoping the next couple of weeks I'll touch on those. In the meantime, if you want to know more, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out, send me a message, leave comments, and I'll get back to you. So with that, thank you again for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. Please share to those that will find the information helpful. And until next week, see you then. Take care.